Yo, once again, this is the prof, and like I always say, if you're not down with the bullshit and you're down with the real shit, like and subscribe. Yo, I wanted to touch on something where, you know, I don't, I've had this thought about this subject for, for years, but I never really said too much about it, but I would just think about it in my mind from time to time. It would just be like a thought that I would contemplate about, you know, based on stuff that I would see and hear about all the time. But and it trips me out. Like shout out to Organic the Maze Runner. Um, because as I was getting ready to do a video on this topic, I had ran across a story that he had, and it was talking about how this pretty light skinned girl got beat up by this big dark skinned girl, this big heavy set dark skinned girl. I guess apparently over some dispute um about a boy or a man or whatever. You know, they could have been either they were teenage girls or maybe they were like young women. But what it had to do with or or basically what I wanted to speak about was like how, you know, attractive women have problems and issues in society that they have to deal with just because everybody or the majority of people find them attractive. And they have to deal with jealousy, envy, hatred, just because of the way they look. Now, you know how people talk about all these prejudices and, colorism and racism, all those things. Well, you know, nobody ever really talks about how some of the more attractive women in our society, the things that they have to deal with. They have to deal with a lot of hate just because of the way that they look. Um, the actress Charlize Theron said that people don't understand like being attractive or being considered attractive by a lot of people. It has its bad points too. And she said that there were jobs that she couldn't even get because she was considered too attractive for that role, and she wanted that role, and she wanted to get that role when, and based upon her acting skills and her desire to want to play that role. But I guess the directors or producers or whatever was like, "Yo, you wouldn't be believable in that role because the whatever that feminine character was about, it called for a woman who wasn't necessarily attractive like that." And this is the woman that played the lead role in the movie Monster, about that woman who was a prostitute who I guess was raped at some point in time in her life. You know, she had a you know bad home or a bad upbringing, and she went out there being a prostitute, but she was actually killing the tricks that she was getting in the car with and stuff like that. She was taking these guys off to remote areas and killing them and stuff like that. Charlie Theron put on makeup, everything, you know, uh, to downplay her natural looks, because I guess they want to say that, hey, the woman who really did this, wasn't all that. I mean, I've seen the real woman, who the real character, who that was in real life. I've seen like I guess like just homely looking, like not nothing really to write home about, I guess. But Charlize Theron pulled off that role. Played. You didn't look at her playing that role like, oh man, I can't really believe Charlize Theron is being this person or doing this. She's too pretty. She's too. She actually pulled it off. She won an Academy Award for it. I don't. Was that for Best Actress? because it wasn't couldn't have been for best supporting. So I think yeah, she did. She best actually play based upon her acting chops. She pulled that shit off. You know, um, but she was just speaking about like and how just because people think oh man, a lot of people think you're pretty, a lot of people think you're attractive, that people like that don't have problems. They do, and I've always thought like there's a lot of attractive women, or certain attractive women that get a bad rap. It's common to speak about attractive women as being stuck up. Oh, because everybody think they look good, they think they can treat people like shit, and a lot of times the hatred they get from men is because you know guys want to get with them, and because they know that woman is so pretty and attractive, if she chooses to turn them down, well, she can actually do that with ease because she knows another man who will find her attractive is right around the corner. So she doesn't need to like succumb to your advances or whatever spiel you're coming with. And there's guys that hate on attractive women because of that. Especially like coming up in the hood, y'all. You know, y'all know, like when it's a girl, the real like nice looking, thick, pretty girl, and you come up there with all that. Hey, baby, what's up with it? Check this out. You know what I'm saying? Roll with a player, blah blah blah, and you trying to pop your collar and shit. Fucking dandruff is coming off of it and all kind of shit. And she's looking at you like, ugh, like what the fuck, you know? And let's put it like this: what if you are looking like ugh? You sitting up there, you got crust in your eyes and shit, spit drooling, drool from spit, like on your chin, and you got on some motherfucking dusty, dirty ass fucking clothes, and your fucking hair look like shit. It ain't never been fucking cut, and shit, and your breath is smelling like motherfucking shit and mud mixed together and shit, smelling like shit, or and you know, but you thinking just because you find her attractive and you like her, she is supposed to give you the number and whatever. And then if she don't, she be like, nah, whatever. Especially like a lot of females who try to be cool about it, just tell you like, nah, whatever she chooses to tell you in a nice way so she can get on about her business. And you remember how, y'all know, especially like how we used to be back in the day. I mean, I don't know really what a lot of young dudes be doing now. They probably some dudes still doing that. But as she goes to walk off and stuff, you sitting there looking, ah, bitch, fuck that hoe, fucking stank ass bitch. Ah, that bitch ain't shit, motherfucking bitch. So you basically saying she has to talk to you because you like her, because you sit up there, you probably trying to spit that bullshit game in front of your partners, and the broad shot you down, and you trying to save face and all that shit because motherfuckers is laughing at you because they like, oh, motherfucker, you ain't got no game or this and that, whatever. And but hey, you know, so you got that where the attractive pretty girl, you got guys acting like, oh, she doesn't have the right to be choicy, and she does, but it would piss dudes off so bad because of having to acknowledge that. Then you got the females who, looking at her, and everybody remember this is way old school. Everybody remember like the pretty girl who would come to school, got the nice long hair and shit like that. She dresses pretty and everything. And then the mother bras sitting up there, look at that bitch, fucking hoe, be walking all around here like she thinks she the shit, fucking bitch. Give a fuck. I just cut that motherfucking bitch hair off. Remember the old school shit. The hair thing has always been synonymous with the hatred that the lesser attractive females would have for the attractive female. That's enough. Always going for the hair. Always want to cut her hair off. There's always been this hair envy thing that has existed between the lesser attractive women and the more attractive women. And then they want to go and scar her face up. They want to scratch it up. They want to bruise up. They want to hit her all day. They always aim for the face of the pretty girl. You could probably just take her down and give her a couple of body shots, and especially if she kind of little, because especially the lesser attractive females. sitting up there 200 pounds of shit in elementary. What the fuck? You know, you get to middle school, junior high, high school, it just get worse. Now it's like 250, 275, all climbing up to the damn super heavyweight division and shit. Like, you know, so if you gave her one gut punch, them big old meat hooks that a lot of them be having, ooh, she would just go down and double over her shit. Probably never be able to have a kid again and shit. But they don't. But you know, they want to make sure they go for the face. They want to fuck that face up because because her face is pretty. And it's sad, man. It's like, yo, it's just like sometimes it would be situations. I remember the real pretty girls, especially light skinned girls. Shit, they couldn't even really go to public school. Sometimes their parents had to take them out, put them at one of those prestigious schools, you know, where mostly like the white kids go, or other ethnic groups or something, or put them at the school, the private school for girls, or put them at the school up in the hills and stuff like that. Um, I couldn't just go to like the public school in the flatlands because whoo-wee, they get down there, boy. And Star Keisha and them gonna meet her at the school, and especially and beat her ass, and especially like, oh, don't let the Star Keisha like on the females end. If here's one of these, you know, these hood rats sitting up here liking this boy. He one of the guys that like, you know, all the girls say, oh, he's so cute, he's so fine, he this, that, blah, blah, blah. Oh, he got it going on some kind of way. And then he don't like none of them and shit. He like her. It's almost like they figure systematically, if we get her out the way, then the only option that he would have is one of us. So they want to fuck her up to take her out of competition. That's what that shit is for. Similar to like how a lot of y'all tripping with the whole colorism thing. That's all that was behind that. Eliminate competition. We have to make you like look at these people or these type of women or whatever. Like, oh, you know, that's bad. That's unattractive. We got to stop liking these light skinned people. We got to stop liking the biracial people. We got to do so now. Take them out of the equation, and now all you got is the more heavier set, dark skinned women. You know, who don't have their own natural hair, wearing weeds or look at. See, that's all what's behind all that fucking shit. And they think like people are too dumb to realize and understand that shit. But you know, people have choices. They have no. I got a video. That's basically what I was talking about when I said nobody has to like you. Nobody look. I can like whoever the fuck I want. I can find whoever I want attractive, a female. But if I approach that female and she's like and if she doesn't say any kind of bad, negative, disparaging thing to me, and she just even if I thought she was lying, even if she said I got a boyfriend. It's not for me to be like, oh, that bitch lying. Bitch ain't got no boy. How do I know that? Maybe she is, but how do I know that? I don't know. You're not saying that from knowing that or not knowing that. You are saying that because of your own insecurity, feeling like, I know why she shut me down. Shut me down because I ain't light skinned. She shut me down because I ain't got hella jewelry on my neck. She shut me down because I ain't got no expensive car. And because of all the things that you figure based upon your insecurity that you're lacking, you have this self-loathing thing going on with you to where what you do is you hate feeling that way, so you try to turn it around and you try to put hate on her. Oh, fucking bitch, hoe, tramp. That's what dudes say. Oh, fuck you, slut, this and that. I said, but I'm glad, like, shit, with me, you know, I'm married, so shit, I ain't tripping off that fucking shit like that no more any damn way. But you know, I've said this to guys and stuff and spoke to them. I'm like, yo, man, you know, that female has a right not to like you. She does not have to like you. All that, you ain't gotta be saying, fucking bitch, all that. And same thing, vice versa for females. Same thing. You know, a guy, he doesn't want to be with you. He doesn't like you. You know, yo, man. Either you conform to his standards or you conform to her standards of your guy. You know, if you want to be, but I wouldn't suggest that. I wouldn't suggest that because why are you gonna sell yourself out to be what somebody else wants you to be? That's fucking crazy too. Um, that's why I said like the only thing you can do is be the best you. And that's the best thing is organic and authentic. You want the person who gonna like you for you. I don't care how you look. But a lot of times people can't appreciate or respect that understanding. It's like I might look the way I look, but I need that person to basically, make my uh profile better, you know, or to elevate me or upgrade me. So the person who might actually like them, they looking like, well, damn. It's kind of like what I think what that's what Glock 9, the rapper Glock 9. Y'all can look at Glock 9. I think that's what he was trying to say. He was all, I don't want no baby by no dark skinned girl. And then DJ Vlad was like, what are you talking about? But you're dark skinned. He was like, yeah, but look at me. You know what I'm saying? If I get with a dark skinned girl out there dark as I am, that's gonna be an ugly baby. Like, what the? That's what he said. Like, are you sick? So he's saying to offset him and his look, he need a female who's gonna be light skinned so that the baby can come out and be pretty. Like, god damn, see that his head mentally is fucked up. He don't even he's young though. He's so he's young, so he don't realize what he's really saying. He don't understand how he's really coming off and shit like that. You know, it's like, yo man, I mean, like I said, a lot of things that I've learned first offhand is from up close and personal, looking at like some of my friends, some of my family members, and it's like I've seen them do the same shit. And it's like, yo, man, I've seen where I find certain females like them, and female be like kind of cool with her. They don't want her, and that probably was the best fit for them. Could have had a long, prosperous relationship and everything, but they don't want her. He come from a religious background. He kind of subdued. I wouldn't call him an introvert, but he's into himself. He had I'm just saying, there's a person like this. Had a girl who was a church going person, got the same kind of similar background that he had. He didn't want her. That wasn't exciting enough. He wanted a woman who hopped from man to man to man, didn't even know who the hell her kid's father was. Um, she getting beat up by one of the dudes that she messing around with. He wanted to be with her so bad. I'm not gonna go because I know like if this person heard, if this person heard this story, I'm not gonna. They're gonna be like, wait a minute, I know what you're talking about. You talking about me, so I'm not go that, that deep with it. But it was really sad. Like you could have had a prosperous relationship, possibly with somebody who got the same similar background as you. Like when they say a lot of times, like they say opposite attract. Yeah, but they don't never talk about there's something behind that theory. A lot of times people want that somebody who's opposite to offset them. But that shit winds up being crazy, man. You to kind of calm, like I said, mild mannered dude. You get one of these around the way ratchet bras, dude. These bras got a lot of drama and baggage that you don't know nothing about, and you ain't had that experience. You know what I'm saying. You ain't gonna be able to handle that shit. And so, but same thing for a lot of females. I've seen that shit too. You know, cool girl, go to school, maybe kind of nerdy, educated, whatever. She getting with the drug dealer. He out there fighting dudes out in the street. He getting into gun battles, this and that, whatever. When people are living that kind of life like that, they don't have a lot of integrity. Um, you know, their loyalty is to themselves in the streets. And you look at these females like, yo, man, if she's that kind of female, you don't need to be with that kind of dude, you know. But she likes the excitement because in her boring life, you know, that's dull and it's mundane. But the whole thing about it is though, man, like I said, a lot of attractive females, um, they go through a lot of shit, and I've known females who were very attractive. Used to be a girl I used to go to school with named Felicia. Felicia was so beautiful and so like attractive. I mean, man, to be like just a girl in high school, and then everybody's guys used to just look as like man. But the one thing about what everybody gave Felicia credit for, she was one of the nicest, sweetest, respectful type people. She knew she was attractive, but she never took a. She didn't disrespect people or look down at people or have her nose all up in the air or she was really and after high school I wound up seeing her like about 6 years later and I ran into her at my job and I was telling people who worked at my job I said hey see this girl I said I used to go to school with her and I was telling them how nice and stuff were and I said this girl was all the guys were this girl she was kind of like blessed and stuff and she was like thank you you know she's like thank you and so she's and she's kind of like for a brief moment she went into speaking about she said you know she said one I wasn't raised like that she said you know and she was talking about how um kind of like I think she was saying like her family had kind of a church background and how she was taught to respect people and everything she said you know she appreciated that people found her attractive but she always thought I'm no better than nobody else you know what I'm saying it's just the way that she just looked so just because you know females are attractive it don't mean that they don't have um one that they're not all stuck up they're not all bad they fall in the same in that same existence pertaining to um when people say you know can't judge a book by its cover um you know when you talk about the whole issues with colorism and and things of that nature how somebody look sometimes people got to think about that too the most attractive people in our world go through issues and shit and everything just because of the way that they look and it's not always positive it's negative at times too so it's like a lot of you females man who look at some of our more attractive women they can't help that a lot of guys prefer them it's just what it is and what you should focus on is who likes you and who prefers you because that's what's really real no bullshit